My name's Mike, I sing.
My name's Josh and I play guitar. And
our band's called the Holly Springs Disaster, by the way.
How'd you get on this show, Blue for the Ocean?
Ooh. You know what? It'd be the work of our lovely agents. This is the first show we've ever played with these guys, so kind of hopped on. We're
in the midst of a Canada-wide tour, I guess you could say.
Played Ottawa last night.
Charlottetown next.
Charlottetown in 2 days, so Montreal seemed like a good place to stop.
And you always show up late for your set time, acting like rock stars?
No. We just spent a little too much time in the van, you know what I mean? No, just kidding.
Doing what exactly?
I had to get my computer fixed earlier today, so we were running behind because of me. And then we had to get food. We were hungry, man. Just say I smoked too many joints and broke my computer. Put it that way.
Rockin'.
Rock star.
Rockin'. So...
Watching Batteries Not Included. 1987, Steven Spielberg. Check it out.
Okay, what are some more movies from that era that are crucial?
Rad.
Rad. Rad.
The Dirt Bike Kid. It's about 91 era.
The Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. Essentials.
Essential. Back to the Future. Oh. It's a little new though.
Indiana Jones. Oh my god. There's too many.
Next question.
Next question.
No, actually, keep going.
Oh, no.
My favorite, Breakfast Club. You know. St. Elmo's Fire. My mom got me on that one. A little serious, but Demi Moore's fantastic.
Yeah, that's always.
Striptease. I mean, what? No, that's not a movie.
I think of Showgirls.
No, Striptease with Demi Moore.
That's 90s now.
Right.
You're talking early 90s.
Right. Like my hat.
So we were young pups. We were just little boys. We were only little boys.
It's 5 years old, 6 years old. We don't know the 80s. We're kidding. Hey. Whoa. All right.
Yeah.
Next question.
You nailed the mic.
Next question. Next question.
Your musical influences sound a little bit modern, a little bit Misery Signals. Am I correct? A little Shai Hulud.
I've never heard that before, but
thank you. Well, we've never heard that one before.
I don't know what you would say as far as influence goes.
We try not to listen to the modern stuff really to draw the influence.
Yeah, make the older stuff. You know what I mean? Like older rock. Try and make it more edgy, I guess, and more new age in a sense.
So the
we listen to more old rock than we listen to new stuff. You know, like in our band, you won't really catch us listening to much like hardcore or anything like that. It's more so like Pink Floyd and Beatles and shit like that.
Really? Because last time I checked, you don't really find mosh parts in old rock.
No, you don't.
This is true.
Unless I'm missing some. Unless there's, I don't know, some songs on the White Album that.
Hey. The White Album has a couple tricky parts in it.
Okay, maybe Dark Side has some two-step parts that I missed.
Oh yeah.
Damn it! Yeah. Damn it! We just, I don't know.
You caught us on that one, but I'm not saying that we're drawing riffs from those bands, but as far as what they strive for in their music, more so than what artists nowadays strive for in their music is a big difference, and that's. That's the best way to put it, you know what I mean? They played and they toured because they wanted to play and they toured, you know what I mean? Like, they wrote their own music, they produced their own music, and they just did it, you know what I mean? Whereas an artist now doesn't really do that. It's just who you know and who's got the most money.
Who's behind you.
More so, you know what I mean? So, I guess that's more so what I meant when I made the reference to the older rock.
Well, I actually could see that now as you mention it, you know? I mean, you're a couple classy guys, and, you know.
Thank you. You are as well.
Appreciate that.
We just, I don't know. We're kind of sick of the I don't know. We are lumped into a genre in Canada. And that's not a bad genre. I respect most of the bands in it. But we're kind of trying to break free of that. Broaden. That's bad. Not break away. Break through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get the kids that don't go on MySpace and check out the show flyers on MySpace and come up. You know, the older guys that are just wanting to see some heavy fucking bands, you know what I mean? Like, shit like that. Dudes you'd catch at a Lamb of God or a Slayer concert. Like, that's kind of where we're moving to try and get those people to say like, okay, you know, like you might not like all hardcore bands, but it's like just because you're lumped as a hardcore band doesn't mean you're fucking hardcore band.
Yeah.
We would, if you asked me, I wouldn't say we were a hardcore band. To you, after watching this, you might draw that we were a hardcore band because of some breakdowns and stuff like that.
I've always listened to a lot of hardcore, so like some people get hardcore out of me, but I've also, my favorite band of all time is like, once again, the Beatles, Pink Floyd. Like my favorite band of all time isn't like Terror. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It isn't. I've never even seen Terror. But I went through the stage, you know, upbringing of punk rock, which progressed into American hardcore. I got into that, you know.
Who are some of the bands?
Oh, like that I got into this heavier sound. First heavy band I ever heard.
Poison the Well for me was the first, like the first band that had a breakdown or any sort of mosh part whatsoever. I guess Poison the Well was the first band that I ever heard that did that, probably.
First bands for
Pantera,
me?
actually.
Yeah, Pantera.
Obviously.
I was into like Pantera and Cannibal Corpse and stuff when I was little.
Yeah.
But then I broke away, got into punk rock and rap and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, punk rock's great, but rap is pretty much shit these days. But then, like, I remember hearing Agnostic Front on an Epitaph compilation and being like, who are these guys? Oh, what is his voice? Like, it was just cool, something different. And then, like, I remember Refused put out an album that was like, what the hell is this? This is so cool. And that was right around the same time that, for me, Alexis on Fire was blowing up in Canada.
No one
it was
really
years ago, you know what I mean?
It was.
And they were playing, like, they would be playing Club Lambie, they'd be playing in our town, The Exchange. And they were one of those bands that kind of like, whoa, Canadian band can do it and scream, be heavy. So kind of got back into the old Cannibal Corpse and shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, sorry.
Heavier influences, like we've been talking about old influences like Beatles, but like as far as like heavier influences, it's more metal than it is hardcore. Like I'll say that because you did mention Misery Signals, you did mention Shai Hulud, but like
they're sick bands,
it's sick
amazing bands.
But as far as the writing, you know, like we look more as the metal, you know, like Pantera obviously is probably one of our all favorite bands. So like, you know, like
favorite heavy band.
What they stood for as a metal band, I guess, is something that we're trying to be the same. Because everybody liked Pantera. You know, it didn't matter. It didn't matter if you were
Did you like Pantera?
I was at Pantera's fucking...
Were you at their Montreal show like years ago, '96?
Yes.
See, because that's the thing.
And I missed that.
I was at the Far Beyond show. I was...
oh my god.
The second one. I was at the Trendkill show.
Yeah.
Who opened was Neurosis.
Oh my god, dude.
See, that's what I mean, man. Pantera, like, it didn't matter if you were a hardcore kid, or if you were a straight edge hardcore kid, or if you were a mosh kid, or if you were a screamo kid, or if you were a metal kid,
or whatever.
Everybody was just down with Pantera because they were just a sick, heavy band. You know what I mean? They had breakdowns before breakdowns were breakdowns. You know what I mean? You listen to old records, they got breakdowns coming to the ass, but there wasn't such thing as a breakdown and a mosh as far as metal was concerned back then, before the whole metalcore scene exploded, you know what I mean? So that's
totally.
If you can strive and bring that shit back, that would be sick. So
yeah, they were basically, you know, like, let's party as a band, as an audience, and enjoy the music. Not like there's no other bullshit tied together with it. Not like what you look like, what shoes you're wearing, like, oh my god, how your hair looks that day, like.
It's just
as you can tell, we don't give a shit. Shaved my head before this to her.
Who cares?
You're letting it go, you know.
Here we have Mr. Jefferson Airplane over here.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, whatever. Just
to acid rocker. Look.
And we have like we used to have fights at all of our shows because of this mosh influence. And this tour, I've been like, yo, if there's any fights, we're not gonna play it. Like we're not a meathead like fighting band. We are fucking hippie, like hippie dudes playing heavy music is the best way to put it. Peace and love. Like, you know, there's no need to fight unless it's outside the show and there's like, you touched my girlfriend, blah blah blah. Like, fight, go for it, but don't fight because one kid's rocking out heavier and the other person's fucking whatever. We're done with that shit, you know. Metal guys used to punch each other in the face repeatedly for an hour and love it. Where did that go? You know? Let's bring that shit back. They were so drunk, who cared?
It's because they're not worried about their hair.
And they weren't straight edge, so they drank. You know?